Hi everyone, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on Twitter X. I've officially changed my name to Nancy Sidley-Sussex.
Nice.
So it might I don't want to confuse anybody, but that is my new name.
Did you go to the DMV and actually change it?
It's President's Day, so the DMV's closed.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
In America, we have a holiday called President's Day. So Meghan Markle's cousin put out some pictures that I don't think she wants anybody to see. And they were published. Let's see how long it takes for her to sue. I don't think you can sue though if you have pictures of just baby pictures of people. How could you sue?
Yeah. If it's from personal albums that you actually took or something. I mean, I don't know how that works. But Dad would know the answer to that.
I know, I know. I'll have to ask him. Mm-hmm. But by showing these pictures, it basically blows her whole narrative out of the water that she was this, lonely child. She never did anything. She was just waiting for her Prince Charming to come. Now, she might have felt that way in her head, but the picture she painted was she's from this broken home. And, her life was just so terrible when she knows that. I mean, that's such a lie. Her dad worked his bum off to give her everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, the high school she went to, Immaculate Heart, is expensive, you guys.
That's really expensive.
I mean, that is that's like Notre Dame. Yeah. That's more expensive than Notre Dame.
It's private.
Yeah. Notre Dame is a high school in the Valley in California, not the college. It's interesting to me because all these pictures make her look a lot like Archie and the other one. What do we call her? Someone said we call her Betty.
Betty?
The baby, the girl baby. I refuse to say.
Can't say Lily?
I'm not even going to do that.
Oh,
I'm not going to give them the satisfaction.
The Queen wasn't known as Lily.
No, because if you start saying Lily, then, that's a slippery slope.
It's okay, say the daughter.
Yeah. So Meghan does not want to see herself in these kids, okay? Harry has constantly said that these kids have the Spencer gene. But as you can see, that is really not the case. These kids look like Markles, mm-hmm. and they look like Raglins. And there's nothing wrong with that. One of the parents always gets a dominant gene. Our mom did with us. We came out looking like our mom.
Yeah, I wish I had blue eyes.
I know.
Like my dad.
That would be so great. Brunette with blue eyes.
Blue eyes. Yeah.
That would be so nice.
We could get contacts.
Yeah, exactly. I think with Lily, though, I think the blue eyes are going to change. I think they're slowly changing.
They would have by now.
Well, Archie had blue eyes, and now he's got brown eyes. Yeah. And that's usually what happens. Like, you were born with
blonde hair, blue eyes.
Stephanie was born with blue eyes and blonde hair. Mm-hmm. And when she came out, and I was dark hair and brown eyes, and they were like, well, because they're fraternal, I guess we're just going to have two kids that, are born on the same day that look nothing like each other. Mm-hmm. But eventually Stephanie flipped, and that's usually what happens with babies. So right here, I mean, she looks just like Archie, and Archie looks just like her. That's why I always said, I don't think that she necessarily carried the baby allegedly, but as far as the DNA with those kids, I definitely think it's Harry.
And Harry in all his interviews just wants to constantly reiterate that the kids are just like Princess Diana. Yep. His mom is reincarnated. I mean, he keeps pushing that. And Meghan has so much disgust that the kids did not turn out that way. I know. You could just tell.
And these pictures prove it.
And now she's nervous because she's like, how am I going to monetize a baby that doesn't look royal?
With brown hair.
Right.
Brown eyes.
And that's also you got to remember, a narcissistic parent, those poor children.
Yeah, they don't want to see anything of themselves.
If they see anything of themselves, they are going to strike.
So this could be the reason why we don't see the children, allegedly, as much as you would think, because
they look like Markles.
They look like Markles. I mean, they look like
Markles.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I think the Markle gene's cute.
Here she is in Hawaii.
Mhm.
So last time I checked, not all kids go to Hawaii on their vacations. I mean, that's
And they had a cabin in Big Bear.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And she went to a lot of things.
She
I actually
took a limo to the Married with Children set every day.
You guys want to hear a fun fact? And this just goes to show you that we're the same generation as Meghan.
Oh God.
You and I wore the same
Yes.
exact bathing suit, well, different color and pattern,
Yeah.
but to Hawaii.
Yes, we
Yes.
did.
And we rode waves with our dad. Our
Yeah.
dad was teaching us how to body surf, which was
Yeah.
the dumbest thing.
Definitely an American
Yeah.
90s kid thing to do.
That is a very 90s swimsuit right there. So yep.
Yep.
There you go.
Right on brand.
Yeah.
Oh, there she.
I mean, that's an adorable picture. And again, I think she's
She looks
really
very
afraid.
happy.
Yeah. And I think she's really afraid of these pictures coming out because the comparisons with the kids.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Khloe Kardashian thing with True. And, people now this isn't me saying it. This is like the media attacked Khloe because for the last 5-6 years, Khloe has airbrushed and photoshopped all her pictures of True. And it's real. Nobody understands why. And there have been studies and psychologists that have come out and said how dangerous this is to do to your kids.
Right.
To Photoshop your kids' pictures or put their
Yeah.
kids on Instagram. So I'm sure she is terrified of stuff like this coming out, and then the comparisons will come
I just feel so bad for her dad in these situations
I know.
because it's like she's ashamed. And it's like she's such a cute little girl there, and she probably had the best little life. And not a lot of kids get to go to Hawaii. Not a lot of kids get to go to Big Bear.
No.
During ski season.
Here she is at Disneyland.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
sure they had a pass.
Yeah.
If you're a California resident, you can get a pass for the year.
She's definitely not happy about these pictures. Right now, she's stewing.
I know that like on my family's Facebook page, and I'm sure on Instagram pages, I'm sure I'm plastered on there in some way. And you and I are plastered on there with our cousins. I mean, there's no way of copywriting these pictures.
But you can't copyright Christmas and holidays.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't copyright Thanksgiving dinner.
Mhm.
It'd be weird.
Yeah. It is sad. It's sad that she painted this picture to the palace and said, this is the family she always wanted. And, she made Harry think that she was an orphan. And,
her childhood was better than Harry's. Harry had to live behind the palace walls and be confined with bodyguards. She's hanging out at Disneyland, throwing coins in there, making wishes in the fountain.
I know.
That's fun.
I know.
Okay. Riding waves in Hawaii. That's fun.
That guy in the background in the khakis and the tennis shoes.
That's dad.
That looks like dad.
That is dad.
That looks like dad in the 90s.
In the white shirt and the khakis and the Nikes.
I'm pretty sure that's our dad.
With the camera in his hand. That's definitely it.
I know.
Capture that moment right there. Hope dad doesn't sue. Listen, those kids are definitely Markles.
They're Markles.
There's nothing wrong with
and
that.
they're Raglans. Yeah. So this whole Spencer thing, good luck as they get older. We're proof that Mediterranean gene in our mom is much more dominant than our blonde-haired, blue-eyed dad. Good luck monetizing those kids and calling them Spencers.
So she'll figure out a way after the divorce.
Exactly. So everyone is up in arms about Harry having a meeting with the First Nation chief and discussing politics, discussing reconciliation.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
It was all over the British shows, and the Sussex Squad is just not understanding why people are upset. They just can't understand.
They don't understand the correlation with the Baka people. They have no concept of what's going on with African parks, or they just won't admit it.
Yeah.
They're in complete denial.
So King Charles, I'm glad somebody reminded me of this. King Charles did have a visit to Canada that was coming up. Sources confirm preparations were underway for a spring visit from King Charles and Queen Camilla, but now they have to delay it because of his cancer diagnosis and his treatment. We don't know how long it's going to be delayed. So did Harry think that he could just get in there and act like his dad and do business while he was there? Because
that's exactly what he's trying to do.
You guys, that is completely insane, because the First Nations tribe have actually come in and defended the monarchy to Canadians before. And they said, look, we like these guys. These guys are cool with us. So this whole thing that Harry's pushing as far as I hope we come back as friends. What is he talking about?
No, he's definitely trying to utilize King Charles having cancer. Meghan Markle is definitely trying to utilize Princess Catherine being out of the public eye. They're testing the waters. They're dipping their toe in, and they love to do that. They love to test it out. And whether they fail or succeed, they always fail.
Yeah.
But whether they fail or succeed, they're being pushed to do it by other entities. And we've already talked about this.
Yeah.
Netflix. Listen, Netflix, we all know Netflix was there in Whistler, Canada.
Yeah, of course.
We saw the dude hanging out. Sue Smith broke that. You know, the president or the CEO of Netflix, whatever. We know that the people behind closed doors are pushing them into this, and it's not working. She's never going to replace Princess Diana. She's never going to replace Princess Catherine, and Harry's never going to replace the king or the queen. So they're just making a brand new South Park episode. That's all they're doing.
It's like they're also trying to start like a feud between the monarchy and First Nations.
Yeah.
It's just so strange to me when obviously there's been reconciliation.
Yeah.
There, of course,
But
there's
that
never
doesn't
going to be
sell.
enough.
Peace doesn't sell.
I know, but it's
Only
just,
war sells.
But for him to have the gall to think he could even take a meeting, and what is going on with these First Nations for allowing it? Now, this story was everywhere over the weekend. Prince Harry's royal return claim torn apart as terms are quite clear. Sources have dismissed claims that Prince Harry could be stepping into a temporary role as his father. King Charles undergoes cancer treatment. I never believed this. I think it was just something that they fed to the media to just try to get attention. It was a nothing burger to me.
Dipping their toe into the pool, and it's just they're gonna fail every time.
Now, what was really nice was to see Princess Beatrice taking a more active role now she's not officially working royal, but I can see that this is where this is headed. Okay. Now, Princess Beatrice has come out, she came out a long time ago saying she's dyslexic. She also suffers from imposter syndrome, and she's an advocate of that. And I just think it's wonderful to see her out and about doing engagements. I think this is the future. I think this is what we're going to see. It's great that her husband, Ito, he's already been immersed in this world, so he's going to do a wonderful job. Obviously, this is the future. This is where this is headed.
Yeah, I'm still convinced that Prince Harry went for a meeting. I think there were lines drawn, and I think they definitely brought her in to fill in the gap. Well, that's what I believe.
This is, sort of.
I think Harry's saying that he went to go check on his dad is a bunch of BS.
The fact that they were both pictured, people are saying, well, Princess Beatrice and Ito were leaving at different times. Who knows?
I don't know.
But yeah, I think it was like they're taking over. You need to keep your trap shut in America and
sign this.
Go somewhere. Now, I would love, and this just came out from the top of my head.
Ooh.
Wouldn't it be nice if Ito and Princess Beatrice took the title of Duke and Duchess of Sussex? Princess Beatrice is already an HRH.
That will never happen.
Okay.
It won't. But I like your optimism on that one.
I think it could happen.
Yeah. Your chances are better.
Yeah, exactly.
Nancy Sidley Sussex.
Give it to me.
It's definitely, your chances are better than that happening. Yeah. They'll get some sort of title if she become a working royal, or he might change it, but that will never, he's not going to replace it with that.
Why? That needs to be replaced with something. That's not how it works with the titles with Duke and Duchess. It's just like when he gave the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh title to Sophie and Edward. Eventually, the Duke of Kent title is going to be up for grabs. The Duke of Gloucester title is going to be up for grabs. Right. And it's going to go to probably William's children. That's just how it works.
I hear what you're saying.
He can take the Duke and Duchess of Sussex away.
I hear what you're saying, but it's too controversial to do it.
So I just wanted to show you guys the portrait of Her late Majesty, the Queen. I remember showing you guys the picture yesterday of her posing for the portrait. Here she is. Isn't that lovely? That whoever did that, they really got her essence. I really like this picture.
Her spirit.
Yeah, she.
Remember at the Royal Albert Hall, they did the statue unveiling.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of just her spirit. They did they're doing such a great job. Whoever is behind all this.
Mm-hmm. And then this was a picture that was recently released. And it just goes to show you, stuff like this just makes me so freaking mad.
No, it
seeing
makes,
this.
yeah.
Seeing
And it shouldn't make us angry. This is what upsets me about Meghan and Harry, is that they now instilled this anger in all of us. Instead of looking at this picture and going, oh, look at that, her her final year, and she was still a woman of service, and she was still in the public eye. She wasn't hiding from anything. Our first visceral reaction is F.O. Harry and Meghan. And they did that to us.
I know.
So we need to flip the script.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of looking at these beautiful pictures and going, oh, I cannot stand Harry and Meghan.
It just makes me so
Hashtag
angry.
F.O. Harry. We need a new narrative.
Oh, not as long as they have those titles. No, we can't let it go. But see, you're
might
getting
fade out like the Kardashians.
You're getting fatigue.
Oh yeah,
soldier.
You think?
You're getting fatigue.
No,
you can't give up, and that's what I'm here for.
Oh, good.
I'm here to pick you up when you're feeling down.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not giving up on this. Okay. They are not going to make money off the monarchy after they treated the queen like that. No way, dude.
No one's
not on this watch. Today's animal rescue was suggested by one of you. We always appreciate this. We love learning about new animal rescues. It's called Kabul Small Animal Rescue. It's an animal rescue that helps dogs in Afghanistan. So I think this is really important. Please go on their website, read their story, check them out, give them some love today, pass them on to friends and family. We would really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you very, very soon.
Thanks, guys. Love you.